Hey guys, I'm here with this 1979 Chevy G20 A-Team van. These vans are definitely getting harder and harder to find, especially a no window van. I went all the way to Kentucky to get this van. Being a 79, it has the correct taillights on it. Obviously you could use a paint job. It looks cool as hell the way it is. Everywhere it goes, people take pictures of it. You know, thumbs up, cell phone cameras out the window, all that kind of stuff. But the paint is kind of hanky. It's old. You know, you can see it's definitely not. I mean, it's kind of matte up here, but it looks cool the way it is. It's got the flare kit on it, the visor above the windshield, and the NorCal wing on the back, just like the A-Team van. It also has a gull wing door on the side here, and then it has the original steel door inside that goes with the van. I also have a bunch of extra parts that go with it, which I'll show you later in the video. The van runs and drives absolutely great. It goes down the road nice, it's smooth, starts right up. The mileage on it I think is 59,000, and I believe it to be real. 59,837. The gauges don't work, but the speedometer does work, so the odometer is still working. The thing runs great. It doesn't have any rust on it. You know, most of these vans are rusted out. The underneath is good, the floors are good. It's a factory rear AC van, so it has the lines and everything for the AC to come through to the back. I'll show you inside here. You can see that's where the lines go down into the floor, and then they go back out that way. And then there's a box here for an extra battery. Here's the original steel door. It's got some surface rust on it, but it's not rotted. Van goes through all the gears good, it shifts good, it stops good. It's gonna need tires. The tires are really dry rotted. They've got plenty of tread on them. They're just dry rotted and old. I mean, I've driven it around more than I probably should, but like you can see, like right here, it's dry rotted inside the treads right there. It's gonna need some finishing for sure. Obviously the interior, a lot of the stuff that I have that goes with it is interior parts. The running boards are attached, but they don't have any bracing underneath of them right now. So like if you were to step on them, they kind of, you know, you might break them off if you were to step on them. Just got to make some L brackets, that kind of stuff. You know, somebody who's handy could have this thing up and running in pretty much no time. It's got a tube grill on it now. I have a GMC grill for it that goes with it. Thing's got plenty of power. It's got a clean title. All right, I'm gonna start it up so you guys can hear it run. See, it idles nice and smooth. Starts right up. The dashboard is missing like the trim piece that goes across the bottom here, and the ignition switch is just resting in here, so it's a little bit wonky to start it. I have a bunch of interior parts that go with it. I haven't even looked through all of it, honestly. Another sunroof right here. So I'll start it up so you can hear it run. You see, the thing fires right up. It runs great. It's kind of quiet right now. I have a set of dual flow masters that go with it, which would be more fitting for the A-Team van. So you can see right here again, the paint is kind of not the greatest. This is underneath the driver's side. You can see the floor is nice and solid, no holes or anything like that. You see the bottom edge of the rocker panel doesn't have any bubbles or holes. And the thing's in pretty good shape. This is under the passenger side. Same thing with the rocker panel. You know, it's not rotted out like most of them are. Underneath, nice and clean. The thing's in pretty amazing shape for its age. Overall, it's a nice van. You know, nice running, driving van, drives smooth. This is underneath the hood. You can see it has an oversized aftermarket radiator. It's got a 350 crate motor with an aluminum intake and an Edelbrock carburetor under there. 4-barrel carb. You see the gunmetal gray is on all the jams, which is nice. So if you were to repaint the van, you could leave the gunmetal. You don't have to re-jam everything. It's got nice captain's chairs. They don't have any rips or anything. Armrests on both sides. They swivel. All right, I'm gonna try to do this one-handed here and hold the camera. There's the gull-wing door. So it obviously has no inside on it right now. It just has 2 latches on either side. You pull like that. I just put a string on them so you can pull them like that and open it from inside. It's not, you know, accurate to the show with the gull-wing, but it is pretty cool. If you go to a car show and you open the door, it's pretty cool sitting there. If it had a nice interior, it'd be really cool. And then to shut it, it latches by itself. You just push the door down. That's it. This is inside the back. You see the hoses here for the rear AC. And that was for a table, presumably. It has two sunroofs, one in the front, one in the back. And there's the steel door. Replaced, that's the original, that's the right door if you want to make an exact replica. The inside is already the correct gunmetal gray, like the inside of all the doors. So this is the color that the top of the van is supposed to be. So you wouldn't have to worry about doing the jams if you were going to repaint it. Has the correct taillights, being a 79. The newer ones have a cap that kind of like covers the whole opening. They're not recessed like that. The van in the show had the recessed ones like that. Like I say, finding the right van with no windows and finding one with no roofs is pretty hard. One that's already, you know, drivable and on the road. Obviously, this one's going to need a little bit of body work and some paint work if you wanted it to be perfect. Personally, it looks pretty cool the way it is. It stops traffic just about everywhere it goes. It's just the way it is. If you want to make it mint, you could. It has all the right parts on it, which are hard as hell to find. It's got the right turbine wheels. Those are $1,500 to $2,000 if you can find them. It's got a NorCal wing. That wing goes for $650. The flare kit is $600. The visor on the roof is $400, and the gull-wing door is $1,700. So you're at like $5,000 in fiberglass parts if you were to make one of these out of another van, and then you'd still have to figure out how to ship all that stuff, and all of it is large, especially the door. And you're looking at probably another $1,000 in shipping. So this van does need a little bit of loving, but it's a running, driving van you can use right now, and it already has all the pieces. You know, the only thing you're really missing is the push bar in the front, and that's about it. And you can hear the door in the back rattling, but for an old empty cargo van, it's exceptionally smooth and comfortable to drive. You can see the speedometer does work, so the odometer is working. The other gauges don't work. I don't know if the fuel gauge works actually. I think the fuel gauge might. I don't remember. I haven't driven it in a while. on the way the van feels going down the road. If it had 159,000 or more, it would not be this tight and smooth. Comes with these door panels right here, which are obviously from a conversion van. They're in pretty good shape. No rips or anything like that. Comes with all this gray carpet here, so you could do like an A-Team themed interior. I have two of these, which are for the back doors, and they have the blinds go up and down. There's another one right there. Two back door panel pieces. They would need to be spray dyed a different color because obviously they don't match the front doors. And then I have these, not skateboard, sorry. This like overhead piece here. And there's this is the overhead console where you put like your CB and your switches and all that stuff. This will go like where the sun visors go above the windshield. I have some more trim here. Another dashboard, a GMC grill. That's for underneath the steering column. There's some more dash parts here. These blue pieces don't go with it, but all this other stuff does. All this dash stuff is for Chevy GMC. If I missed anything, you want to see a picture or a video of a certain part of it or whatever, just email me and I'll be glad to take some more videos and more pictures. That's about it. Thanks for checking out my video.